Let me just give you a quick introduction about UTEC. UTEC, we are a Saudi-based group. We have 7 factories. We are a part of a bigger group called BAWAN, which is publicly listed in the Saudi stock market. Our factories manufacture most of the products that goes into the grid. So we manufacture transformers, oil and dry, up to 10 MVA. We manufacture all types of substations, low voltage switch gears, medium voltage switch gears, primary and secondary. We also have another vertical where we manufacture modular data centers, including all the components that goes into a data center, be it HVAC, UPSs, the different compartments. So this is us as UTEC. Back to your question, though we are a manufacturer, but we do not actually consider ourselves just a supplier for our customers, be it utilities or mega projects. We're more partners. We have a very strong R&D capabilities. We have 3 R&D offices, one in Saudi, one in Cairo in Egypt, and one in China. So we work very close with the utilities to understand their challenges and their ambition when it comes to grid resilience, sustainability, and digitization. From that perspective, all our products and equipments are digital ready. So we have smart transformers, smart switch gears. Our substations have all the needed sensors for predictive maintenance, for understanding the different loads on the substation, and that is easily integrated into the control rooms of the utilities or the customers. So from that dimension, we are intelligent enable products, and that comes after deep understanding and discussions with our customers, utilities or other customers, to make sure that we're integrating whatever we supply into their ecosystem. So this is one dimension. The other dimension is sustainability. So our switch gears are SF6 free. So we made sure that we understand both the regulation and the ambition of our customers and partners, and accordingly our design and our research R&D projects, we developed more sustainable products to fulfill whatever carbon footprint is needed. Even our choice of materials, our choice of suppliers, we make sure that we have low carb materials. We use in transformers mineral oils. We have actually managed to produce very low footprint products as per sometimes the regulations and sometimes aspiration of customers. So we have all this in focus, and we're working very close with our customers and partners to make sure that we're fulfilling what's needed for the resilience of the grid, the sustainability targets for today and for tomorrow, which is actually increasing every day. And this we keep in mind, and we're constantly developing and our offerings to fulfill whatever is needed by our customers. We're always committed to sustaining the energy value chain of Saudi and the region. And this investment into high voltage transformers was not only to expand our business offering, but also I think it was a very important step in the Saudi energy ecosystem. We're always trying with this investments and others to localize the supply chain of energy in the region, mainly in Saudi and serving the neighboring countries. This helps us have more resilience towards the stability of supply for all grid-related products. This investment will not only add to the portfolio of our company and the supply chain strength of the industry, but we are also expecting to export. There's a lot of demand in the markets that we operate in, which is another objective of the Saudi Vision 2030. So not only supply into Saudi, but also to other markets. In addition to that, we will have localized know-how transfer. There's a lot of, as we speak, there's a lot of buildup of talents. So trainings, we're bringing in experts to develop local talents to make sure that they're ready to serve this manufacturing. So I think this is a strategic move for us, and it is blessed by most of the regulators in Saudi that are very close working with us on the priorities needed as a manufacturing footprint for the country. And we're in close cooperation in the decision-making process of what do we invest and when. So actually, in continuation to our previous two questions, okay. So again, re-emphasizing commitment for in-country supply chain resilience and commitment on sustainability and providing eco-friendly, smart solutions. So if we look at both products, let's start by PIX50. So PIX50 is a Schneider electric product. We are fully localizing the products in Saudi. So we had a know-how transfer into Saudi. So it's a Saudi-made product now. This is a high-power, critical switch, medium voltage switchgear that is more geared towards oil and gas. And we're very proud that it's manufactured in Saudi. It's approved by Aramco, so we sell into Aramco. And through this localization process, there was a lot of know-how transfer, local talent development, from technicians to design engineers to supply chain people to sales people. Plus, it's SF6 free. So again, environment friendly with no harmful gas within. If we move to the Gear Air, that's UTEC R&D designed switchgear. So again, investment into R&D and into design, Saudi-made product, SF6 free, and intelligent. So that was in cooperation with the regulators. So we looked into what's missing and what's the demand needed in the country. And our R&D team worked through the specification of actually multi-countries, because we sell into multi-countries. So our switchgear is as per standards of the oil and gas segment, the national grid in Saudi, and other utilities outside of Saudi. It's an eco-friendly switchgear, and it's smart. So again, building on the same track of our previous discussion, this is it's a focus, and we keep replicating this focus as we develop our product portfolio. When we started the design for our gear air, we looked into specs for several countries, and from that perspective, we have a switchgear that is eco-friendly and smart. R&D and innovation. Actually, innovation is one of our core values at UTEC. From that perspective, we have a decent annual investment into R&D. As I mentioned, we have 3 R&D and engineering offices, one in Saudi, one in Egypt, and one in China. We're quite known actually for complex designs that we are able to deliver to address certain customer requirements or address certain customer challenges. And switch gears comes at the core of this of the grid ecosystem itself. From that perspective, both our primary and secondary switch gears, so our medium voltage switch gears and our RMUs, both are smart. Our medium voltage is SF6 free, and they are a pivotal asset within the grid that talks to the different controls and sensors in the grid ecosystem. So having a smart switchgear allows the utility and the operator to extract a lot of data that could be employed in AI models for predictive maintenance, grid load balancing, and even further, once we go towards democratizing the grid itself and having an enabled end customer, all this data extracted from those assets on the grid through AI applications can empower both the regulator and the utility and the grid operator to have better returns on his assets and better efficiency, and also empower the end customer to be part of the solution and not only the consumption. Talent gap is not only a GCC problem, it's a global problem. So there is vast demand and on all energy products. So that part of the gap is to have the right talent mix to actually serve this demand. But if you add to this products that now much more smarter, connected, and more sustainable, so even the talent content and the type of the talent is now different, which increases the gap. So this is something that we're very aware of. It's always on the discussions. Actually, this morning here, we had a discussion, we had a round table, and talent gap was on the table as an obstacle or a challenge. From UTEC perspective, we're trying to address this with multiple pillars. So one pillar is we have partnerships with technical institutions and universities where we do 2 things. So we do internships, and we also do what's called a sandwich year. So it's a year just where the student before graduation can come join us for a full year of technical hands-on application as part of the curriculum of the university itself. And actually, we also have a special program for women where we partner with Princess Noura University, and we're very proud that just recently the first cohort of quality control and assurance women, 13 Saudi ladies, were just graduated, and we contributed on all the practical part of their education. So internships, sandwich years, trainings, that's one side. Then we have a 2.5-year program with a technical institution where we sponsor, and we also design the curriculum for the 2.5 years of pure studies with technical application in our factories. After this 2.5 years, the student is graduated as a technician, okay? He's free to work either in our factories or in the market. But this is also a very successful program where we're seeing more and more applicants actually joining and wanting to have an education that is not only theoretical, but also it has practical applications in a factory. So it's a very successful program that we're also working on. This is the academia part. For non-academia, for our employees, we have an extensive program for developing technical and leadership skills. We have an online academy that's for the company, where all employees have a mandatory training every quarter that they have to actually exam for and pass. And it's part of their appraisal, it's part of their progression in terms of promotions. So we're trying to contribute to the society for developing skilled workforce, and also contribute to the development of our people. And what I think, there is no one entity that can actually address the talent gap. This should be a cooperation between companies, regulators, governments to promote technical training and facilitate for the youth to actually graduate with this skill set, which is a pivotal success factor to this great growth in demand in the energy sector. I think COVID was a wake-up call, not for our industry, for a lot of industries. Resilience of local supply chain became very vivid during the pandemic. During COVID, we readjusted our supply chain strategy. And we have identified 3 dimensions. So the first dimension, which is something that I've mentioned earlier, is strengthening our engineering and R&D. So our ability to design our own products, our own designs. And this is very clear in our transformers, our substations, all types of substations, our medium voltage switchgear, our RMUs, all our panels, all those products are designed. They're our own design, our own patents. We have full control on their supply chain. So this was one dimension, and we're increasing this. Then comes products that are either proprietary for other OEMs, or they're demanded and we cannot the investment is very high. So our decision was we need to fully localize them in the country. And as I've mentioned previously, an example is PIX50, which is a Schneider product, fully localized in Saudi. Or our low voltage switch gears, which is the Prismas and the block sets, again a Schneider product, fully localized in Saudi, with very high in-country local content. So the percentage goes to above 70 and 80% of local content of components that are actually locally manufactured. Data centers, all our data centers are locally manufactured in Saudi. So we move know-how, we bring know-how into the country, we develop talent, we work with the partners on understanding what could be localized, and we have a roadmap of increasing this localization percentages as we learn and as the OEM or the technology provider trust us to deliver more and more local content to that product. So that's the second dimension. Third, and most important, is we have started a backward integration program. It's called our Supplier Development Program, where we invited and qualified a lot of small and medium-sized players, okay? We gave them the know-how, we trained them, we helped even in financing, okay? And we gave them designs with an offtake agreement to make sure that they are, whatever their investment, they are secured for 5 years. We have an offtake agreement to procure from them components. We have our quality assurance teams on the sites, training them, inspecting them. We have our operation excellence team going there and working on Kaizens and process flows to make sure that they are manufactured not only to our specs and standards, but also to the most efficient and lowest cost possible to make them profitable. Okay. So this for me is a very strategic program that we're growing, and we're recruiting partners every day. We have a subsidiary or a sub-department from our supply chain and our industrialization teams that work very closely in selecting and qualifying those partners and taking them by the hand to have them supply quality products. And by time they could supply even others and competitors, we're fine with that. But at least we're making sure that there is a sustainable value chain, supply chain in the country. So these are the 3 dimensions that were, and thanks for COVID. Energy is evolving every day. We are at a transformational era. 25 gigawatts of renewable energy is to come into play by 2030 in the GCC. That's anywhere between 120 to 160 billion US dollars of investments. Data centers, okay, which is a solution for AI and digitization, and also a problem for energy. All this is coming into play. It's very clear to us. It's on our agenda to be part of the solution toward this. So I've touched based on our current capability of manufacturing modular data centers in Saudi Arabia. We're currently the only factory that does this. Our ability to manufacture connected and intelligent and sustainable, very low carbon footprint products. One area that we see pivotal for this transition is the storage systems. So again, this is something that we're very new. So 6 months ago, we started our first locally made BSS in Saudi Arabia to address this demand of storage, be it on the CNI level or on the utility level. So we're very aware of the ambition and the challenges that's coming towards the digitization and the sustainability targets for the different countries in the region, and especially in the energy sector. And we have 4 to 5 years, both R&D plan and partnership plan, because you cannot do everything inside. So we bring the latest know-how and we bring partners, and they leverage our manufacturing footprint and our know-who. So we combine the know-how with the know-who to make sure that we have a localized pipeline of products that would serve this transformation of energy. So it's very clear for us. It's very exciting, very promising, and very challenging.